All right, welcome to New Mexico Desert Classics. There's nothing better than coming up to Walmart and seeing an impromptu car show. So we're gonna go check it out. Follow along. This one's sick ass 10. Sweet yellow Ford. God, that thing's gorgeous. Just so simple. Look at that. C4 Vet. Hi boy. I love the almost flat paint. What's a car show without a sick chopper? Look at the paint on that thing. Let's make our way down to the Nova. I'm sure there was more here earlier, but I got a late start, didn't even know about it. Look at that. Roll cage, small block. Look at that.
How you doing?
That thing is beautiful. Shooting it for my YouTube channel if you don't mind.
Oh, this was built on a YouTube channel.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop. Nice. Love vape hangers. Y'all good with me shooting for my YouTube channel? Prowler. What do we got? STI. Square body. I love a clean square body. Nice. And big truck. But I see the school bus. We gotta go see the school bus. I'm sure y'all just heard this thing fire up like I did. Look at that. That thing is sick. From the Corona School District. That is a local New Mexico bus.
I bought my 37 truck about a year ago.
Alright, so ignore the sound of the chopper in the background. I'm here today with John, who's going to tell us about his old his old school bus from Corona, New Mexico.
When I was 8 years old, my little sister was 5. We left Corona, headed back to Albuquerque. And she went to hollering that she needed to use the restroom. Well, my parents was teasing her, giving her a hard time about it, and said, if you can make it to Cedarville, you can try out a 2-holer. And they just left it 2-holer. They didn't mention outhouse or nothing like that. So they had her so scared by the time we got there. I ended up having to go in there with her. She did her business. We come back out and we saw this old school bus shed. Well, the seats run lengthwise down the side of the bus, and it had 12-inch wide bench with about 4 inches of cushion and springs on it. And I told her, I said, you sat right there, you be the school kid and I'll be the bus driver. The seat was laid over. I sat it up. The steering wheel was up against the wall on the far side over here. It had the shaft in it. Well, I stuck it down underneath, through the saddle in the dash, and And I played like I was a bus driver. She was a school kid until the parents called us. My parents had always told me to put things back the way I found them. So I put the steering wheel back where it was at, turned the seat back over where it had been turned over at, and I left. We left. Never thought much more about that whole thing. I drove by it for years and years and years, and one day I stopped. And that story was still in my mind, just but it's so far back in there that I didn't really remember too much of it until I walked up to it. And then it all came back to me, and the bus was kind of telling me to take it home. So I took it home.
Awesome. What year is it?
It's a 1935 Chevrolet.
1935 Chevrolet, and out of Corona, New Mexico.
Yeah, well, we picked this up at Cedarville is where we picked it up at. But it was a Corona school bus.
That is awesome.
It's setting on a 67 Ford front pickup frame. We didn't drill no holes to mount the body. It has a Chevrolet 350 in it, turbo 350 transmission. The fenders actually came from Corona here about, what, 4 years ago, Ricky?
Yeah, 5 years ago.
5 years ago. And it's just a fun little toy. We got the Mickey Thompson wide tires underneath the back of it. I'm still trying to find me a set of spokes for the front.
Okay.
But we take it to Corona days, the last weekend in July every year, and throw candy out of it. They love it up there.
That is awesome.
Today's the first time it's been started in over a year.
What was that, sir?
He started to go to Corona Days last year. Did Corona Days, made sure got to Corona Days, ran it through the last week, brought it home, left on a trailer, and we didn't start until today.
Oh, and it starts right up.
All we did is put some fuel in it, a hot battery in.
Nice. Awesome. Well, thanks for preserving this thing.
Can we get started?
Heck yeah. If you don't mind, let's hear it.
Shit.
All right, y'all get ready. And the VA wonders why I can't hear. Well, I'll tell you what, John, I really appreciate your time today.
No problem.